Ah, that's nice. Good evening, guys, and welcome to a new video on my channel CactusKris. And today, we're going to talk about the true classic of the FPS genre, Bioshock 1. But before I begin talking about the story and talking about what makes this game so special, I have a trailer for you. Enjoy!
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, interstellar invaders, and intelligent pets, come closer and indulge in the once-in-a-lifetime offer I'm about to make. Yes, you too can be on your way to the marvel of society that is the underwater city of Rapture, if you didn't get your ticket the first time around. But don't listen to me, take it from millionaire, genius and philanthrope Mr. Andrew Ryan, the man that created this masterpiece of human conviction.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture. A city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat on your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
Explore the breathtaking Rapture from the decks of your rival, the entertainment district,
That's better.
or the underwater park. It's brimming with the newest of the new and the best of the best. Meet the colorful and friendly population, good people with a whole lot of heart. Everybody here is ready to help. Whenever you need a helping hand, they are there. Not only that, but this magic place even makes a better version of yourself. Splicing! The next step of evolution is great fun for the whole family. Besides from the obvious favorites like superhuman strength or the looks of a movie star, there's something more to exceed your human limits. Plasmids, being a master of the elements, setting bad guys ablaze, shatter frozen bones, or just blow them away in a wind of fury. If that is still too simple for you, how about the attacking beehive located in your hand, or creating your own body doubles for distraction? All this and more for you and your family in the land of true opportunity, Rapture! Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. The flight 164237 of Dr. Airlines is on time, but in a few moments we will have some small turbulences over the open sea. Please remain calm and follow the instruction of the onboard crew. Thank you. Due to an unfortunate air travel incident, you're forced to take a dip in the Atlantic Ocean. Don't worry though. Luckily for you, there's a beacon of light at the horizon. Quite literally, there's a big lighthouse in the middle of the ocean. It's abandoned, but there's still a greeting for new arrivals. With no better options, you enter and begin your journey under the sea. Past one of the best opening monologues in gaming, you find yourself in the underwater city of miracles, known as Rapture. Well, City of Nightmares is probably more correct, as the first inhabitants make clear. The city has seen better days. Through a portable radio, a man introduces himself to you as Atlas and offers you his help in exchange for helping him and his family flee the dying city.
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground.
From this point onward, you make your way through the rundown corridors and fight off the slightly insane populace known as splicers. Splicing was a way discovered and created in the heydays of the city to genetically alter your code for various reasons. The downside are just your normal withdrawal symptoms. Oh, and a huge potion of madness. They really want you dead. But don't worry, besides a big arsenal of guns and a trusty range, you soon get the chance to get into some heavy splicing yourself. With your new God of Thunder powers, you have a way easier time with the uncooperative opposition. Talking about plasmids, besides health, your other resource is Eve, that you fill up using even more syringes. Other than that, the most important to you is Adam, genetic juice, to get you new power and upgrades. And in Rapture, the only one who can get you that are these wonderful creatures, little sisters and big daddies. These adorable monsters confront you with a choice: heal them, to turn them into a relative normal looking girls with freakishly large eyes, or exploit them for a lot more Adam. Now, I would always kill the children for more power to get huge, but there are two things holding you back. 1. The treatment of the girls decides the ending, more to that later. 2. They have a super powered guardian who, especially in early game, will kick your butt.
Thank you.
You're ready now. It's time to take on one of them big daddies. It won't be easy, but it's the only way to get to little sisters and the Adam they carry.
I see Adam, Mr. B.
And oh boy, let me tell you, especially in the beginning, you better be ready to face a big daddy. It will hurt you, it will hunt you, and he will kill you. Say goodbye to your health kits, your Eve, and through that, your money each time you face one. Each encounter with a pair throughout the level is tense, and sometimes it's better to flee to fight another day. At the beginning, resources are spare, and you are going through garbage for bullets, single items and money, cause you won't be able to afford items at the vending machines. Sometimes blicers are attacking the underwater bodyguards, and you can join the chaos or wait for your chance. Set traps, use placement intelligent, or use the security system to your advantage. Before long, you will bring down the giant and reap the rewards. Also, there's the well-known hacking minigame. You will do it a lot, so get used to connecting tubes in a time limit. It's an okay hacking game, but after a few hours you will be tired of it, or bite really good at it. After, let's say a rather harsh welcome party by Ryan.
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB wolf or the CIA jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell, or до свидания, Jeffrey.
You make your way through the first bigger area, the medical pavilion, to get a special key allowing you to meet up with Atlas's family. Almost unlimited medical possibilities and the obsessive strive for beauty in an enclosed society don't go well together, as you can see per example on patients and doctors alike. The one who caught the craziest the worst is the best surgeon under the sea. But if you have the skills of a god to make something beautiful, you're never truly done.
What can I do with this one, Aphrodite? She won't stay still! I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong! That one's too fat! This one's too tall! This one's too symmetrical! And now, what's this goddess? An intruder! He is ugly! 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 Ugly!
This is still a video game, so of course he has the key you need. And after some little girl hunting, you're off to the next area. In Neptune's Bounty, appropriately named as a fishing district, you hear and learn a lot about the other player in the game for control over Rapture. Frank Fortain, owner of Fortain's Fish Factory, is the man with the plan to dethrone Ryan and take over the city, making a fortune smuggling illegal wares like the Bible of all things. Add some exploitation of the poor, disabled and the youngs to some serious organized crime, and you see why he in no way stands in Andrew Ryan's shadow when it comes to cruelty and egocentric mania.
Either Ryan will be taking down Fontaine, or Fontaine will be taking down Ryan. We'll be interviewing poor Timmy, Fontaine Fisheries. If you're up for entertainment, the code's 5380.
radio on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if your heads up to the Warp Master's office and find old Peach a research camera, maybe I could manage an invite.
The plan of saving Atlas's family kind of goes up in smoke though.
If only your friend could look up and see. Maybe. If only you could do something, anything. Except just stand here and watch him die. You ooze in like an assassin, and then you try to sneak out like a thief. You're no CIA spook. Who are you? Why have you come here? There's two ways to deal with a mystery. Uncover it, or eliminate it.
Shifting the plan from escaping to some good old testament of proof and revenge against the crownless regent of this Atlantic kingdom.
Moira. Patrick. Ain't that just like Ryan? Waits until we're almost out, then he pulls the string. We'll find the bastard. We'll find him, and we'll tear his heart out.
I came to this place to build the impossible. You came to rob what you could never build. A hum gaping at the gates of Rome. Even the air you breathe is sponged from my account. Well, breathe deep, so later you might remember the taste.
You get to the bathysphere in the rolling hills. That'll take you straight to the devil himself. And then all debts will be paid in full.
Of course, a true king never gives up the throne willingly, so Ryan does his best to stop you from reaching him. In Arcadia, the scientific wonder of creating real trees under the sea, giving Rapture artificial air supply, you find out just how far Ryan is willing to go to terminate the parasite you are to him. Poisoning the whole area, thus choking the air out of you, is the next step after his entourage of splicers wasn't enough to stop you.
Then I realized trees. Never saw one before. Thought they were monsters. Oh, Sammy.
It isn't right. I'm gonna need you to listen to me. I'm no sort of botanist, but I think Ryan has just killed Arcadia. The man's put something foul into the air. Bottom of the ocean, Bio. All the oxygen comes from the trees. No trees, no oxygen. Give me a spell to think. Ryan's woman in Arcadia is an old Betty named Langford. An okay sort, but not above doing a dirty job for $1. If she's still kicking around, I'm sure she's gonna want to save her trees. After all, she planted the damn thing.
Treating the ones that helped you rise to power badly normally doesn't end well, and so an old associate, Dr. Julie Langford, presents you with a way out of this trap. Sadly, to this end, the former bioengineer of Arcadia sends you on the worst task of this game. To create a chemical that will save the fauna, you need to gather different components in the whole area, with little to no clue where you find anything. And she won't be around to give you any advice, as Ryan doesn't like his people to jump ship.
Julie!
made a business deal, you and I, did we not? Money changed hands. Let me read to you from the agreement. Section 3, subsection 4.
Mr. Ryan.
Ryan Industries maintains exclusive rights to the creation, use, and exploitation of the Lazarus Vector. Ownership is civilization.
Wait! No! Please!
Without it, we're back in the swamp.
Mr. Ryan!
Every time we get a yard ahead, Ryan goes and moves the goal line down to the other side of the field. Vector yet. If you do, best head to a crafting station. Then, head back to Langford's lab and put the whole witch's brew in the mister. That should clear this fog right up.
Even the ways you do damage are pretty colorful by this time. I already talked about the different plasmids, but at this point you will have figured out how to combo them, the environment, and or each other. Your weapon arsenal is super versatile and you will constantly switching pieces on the fly depending on the combat situation, combo opportunities, and or your general ammunition situation. From Rambo, Ninja to Hacker, there are countless ways to defeat the bad guys. And always look for upgrade stations to slap even more steampunk stuff on the guns of your choice, to pack even more punch using your favorites.
It will never stop feeding on the body of the city.
Eventually, you return with all the junk needed for science, and get tasked to play bouncer for a few waves of splicers. No big deal though, as there is enough stuff in the lab to help you out until the Lazarus Vector is ready to save some plants. 3 saved, but science is dead, you're off to the next area on the way to your nemesis. This undertaking, of course, gets sidetracked in the entertainment district of Fort Frolic. The radio transmission of Atlas and Ryan gets blocked out by Rapture's most beloved artist, Sander Cohen. I love this guy. The self-proclaimed best artist of all time is for sure the most colorful person you meet in the rundown city.
That's better. Atlas Ryan. Atlas Ryan. Da 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 da. Time-wise, you could get something decent on the radio. The artist has a duty to seduce the ear and delight the spirit. So say goodbye to those 2 blowhards, and hello to an evening with Sander Cohen.
To continue your quest, you have to assist the mad genius in creating his masterpiece. How to do that, you ask? Well, of course, by killing 3 individuals and taking photos of their shut up bodies for a collage of death.
I'm trying. Please. Once again, young Fitzpatrick.
Oh, Cohen, you sick fuck, let me out of there!
Really art for the whole family. After searching and confronting the unwilling models, you get treated with a little party in celebration of your high art.
It is accomplished. Let me see it. My God, it's beautiful.
You'll find your path to Ryan is now clear.
As a man of his word, you can leave Cohen now, or improve his work by one more piece. Finally arriving at Hephaestus, the location of the Rapture central control, the opposition kicks it up a notch and pretty much goes all out against you. Still, in the end, it is all that stands between you and Ryan's office, not only promising satisfying revenge, but also a key to finally leave the metropolis. You battle through the entrance only to find that it is sealed shut by an electromagnetic defense mechanism. The protagonist, throughout the recordings, learns of an EMP bomb capable of frying Ryan's defense.
Recognize the twist. I come into the shop today, stacked like Sally and dressed to the nines. She's playing her cards pretty close to the vest, but you ain't gotta be no college job to see that she's into some bad china. She was asking about magnetic locks and some such. I played it coy, but she took wise. After she showed me round her backyard, I gave her directions to Keyboard's tool shop. Rapture's gone to hell, but sometimes...
So naturally, once again, you go looking for the parts to finish the bomb.
What did Atlas offer you? A piece of my plundered city? Mark my words, your only reward will be a knife in the back.
This brings me to the points that were the main reason why I decided to make this video in the first place. The Ryan office sequence and the resulting twist. But first, I have to take some time and talk more about the star of this show, the man Andrew Ryan himself.
Even in the book of lies, sometimes you find truth. There is indeed a season for all things. And now that I see you flesh to flesh and blood to blood, I know I cannot raise my hand against you. But know this, you are my greatest disappointment. Does your master hear me? Atlas, you can kill me, but you will never have my city. My strength is not in steel and fire. That is what the parasites will never understand. A season for all things. A time to live and a time to die. A time to build and a time to destroy!
If you want to describe this guy, you don't get around using the word self-made. As a man who started from the bottom, proved to everyone that he is better than them, a genius that sees things the way they really are, and still had to claw his way for everything that he has. It's no wonder that he is pretty much paranoid about losing his throne or getting told that he can't do something. It's almost a personal insult for him. He has a need to share his superiority, even to the point of building a city in the ocean just to do stuff the way he wants, and show that he can. This mental state even expands to other people. Not only are they by default worse than him, but he hates people who don't think for themselves and just follow the rules of their leaders. Kinda ironic, because punishing people who do is part of the reason for the downfall of this utopia. The player character is the sullen type, and the Atlas only tells you where to go and what to do, so from the moment at the start of the introduction, Ryan is throughout the game the anchor keeping you hooked in the game world. Even if you do not agree with his capitalistic, egocentric ideology, you have no choice but to hang on the lips of this underwater citizen Kane. Arriving at the office, you find the big boss relaxing, working on his golf game. As you probably have figured out by now, if you look for more than 3 minutes, it is no accident that your plane crashed exactly over Rapture, and your friend Atlas, in fact, gave you more than just directions.
The assassin has overcome my final defense, and now he's come to murder me. In the end, what separates a man from a slave? Money? Power? No. A man chooses. A slave obeys. You think you have memories. A farm. A family. An airplane. A crash. And then this place. Was there really a family? Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked? Forced down. Forced down by something less than a man, something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master. Was a man sent to kill, or a slave? Stand, would you kindly? Run! Stop! Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Kill! A man chooses. A slave obeys. Obey!
Hurry now! Grab Ryan's genetic key! Now would you kindly put it in that goddamn machine? It's time to end this little masquerade. There ain't no Atlas, kid. Never was. Selling my line of work takes on a variety of aliases. Hell, once I was even a Chinaman for 6 months. But you've been a sport, so I guess I owe you a little honesty. The name's Frank Fontaine.
I gotta say, I had a lot of business partners in my life, but you, of course, the fact that you were genetically conditioned to bark like a cocker spaniel when I said, would you kindly, might have had something to do with it, but still. Now, as soon as that machine finishes processing the genetic key you just fished off Ryan, I'm gonna run Rapture tits to toes. You've been a pal, but you know what they say? Never mix business with friendship. Thanks for everything, kid. Don't forget to say hi to Ryan for me.
This is the part where the game should have ended, but you still got a few hours to finish the job. Waking up in the camp of the Little Sisters, Dr. Tannenbaum tells you that there's a way to get rid of your mental programming.
Seems like Mother Goose has been playing around in your egg salad. If you won't dance to that tune, I got others. Code Yellow.
Naturally, Fontaine makes this really difficult, constantly lowering your max health and having his henchmen shoot at you. Of course, you overcome this challenge, and next up is the part where I'm sure a lot of people quit. To get to Frank, you need the help of a little sister, and to get her help, you need to be a big daddy. You need to look like one, smell like one, and sound like one. So one last time, for all time's sake, you're off to part hunting for the last and longest time. After doing some permanent damage to your body, you're rewarded with an escort mission.
It would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girl.
But thank God, you're just morally punished for failing.
Mr. B, don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
No longer in sync with Adam. They are as vulnerable as any child. If the little one falls, you can call for another at the vent. But to lose even one is a sin.
Next up is the Empress, in the form of a super spliced up Frank Fontaine.
Scrubs and a pencil pushes, but I need more. More! I want a slice till there ain't nothing left to slice with!
Go now! Hit him with the needle!
Come on! Get it, Mook!
Psh, get it? He looks like Atlas. Now, I don't know how he planned to live out his life on the surface as a blue energy sparking huge bodybuilder, but I guess this is the old Resident Evil bad guy problem, so no point in questioning, I guess. A very basic encounter later, damaging him enough and fighting underlings to suck the Adam right out of him, you're aided by the Little Sisters and get one of two rather abrupt ending sequences, one with a good ending for the girls and one where freedom isn't that important. Upon replaying it, I noticed that the gameplay, for as fluid as it is, kinda got old. I mean, shooting people has come a long way from the 360 era. The game could be faster, and there absolutely should be more feedback hitting enemies in different situations. Even as early as Bioshock 2, you get the ability to dual wield and use guns and plasmids at the same time, a feature that is clearly missing in Part 1. Still, Bioshock 1 will always be a true classic. In terms of atmosphere, it stands on the very top of gaming. Rapture is such a cool design, and every area is different from the last. There is always something new to discover in the level, like messages or audio tapes, to get more information on the crazy inhabitants and the ruin of our utopia.
I've seen such terrible things and done worse myself. Thank you for reminding me that the light of the world has not yet been snuffed out. I am sending a little one to help you on your way.